Here's the anatomy of a vector shape using the pen tool. There are two different types of anchor points. The first one is when you click and just move your mouse and click again. Move your mouse and click again. This is an angled or straight anchor point. When you connect back to itself, you'll see that the cursor turns with a little circle, and that tells you that you're going to complete your shape. The second type is a curved anchor point, and it's when you click and drag the direction that you're making your shape in. And you can see when I click and pull out, it makes what's called a Bezier handle, and that controls how curved or how straight the anchor point is, and that in turn tells you how curved or straight the line is. So curved or straight anchor points. The next part of the anatomy, if I grab the direct selection tool, that's this tool down here, I can click on the path. I'm going to zoom in. When I look at a curved anchor point, and sometimes it's a little hard to find them because they look similar to the handles. These are called Bezier handles. When these go farther out, they make a steeper curve, shallower curve the closer the handle is to the anchor point. See that? You can even, in Photoshop, hold down the Alt Option key and drag that handle right back to the point and make one side of the anchor point straight and the other side a curve. So say you needed something that, I don't know, came up to a point and then curved on the other side. These Bezier handles, when selected on the anchor point, they control both sides of the anchor point, which make a curve, but maybe you just want to curve one side or the other more or less. Hold down Alt again, and you only have to do that once. And now if you needed to make some correction to your course, you could do it there. And then remember, you only do that once, and that will independently control each one of those curves. And you make a straight anchor point out of one side or the other, you can't bring it back to having both sides of a curve. You'll then have to use, in Photoshop, the Add Anchor Point. And all that does is adds a new anchor point. And when you bring the direct selection back, you can take the existing anchor point and delete it if you need to do that. And then once again, you can change your course. In Illustrator, it's a little different. If you decide that you're going to make some curved anchor points and you need to then maybe make a change, and for instance, maybe you need this anchor point to be straight, just use the direct selection tool to select it, then come up here and you can convert your anchor points to a straight anchor point or back to a curve. Watch what that does when I click straight anchor point. It takes away the handles and makes it a straight anchor point or a curved anchor point. That's available in Illustrator only.